Hello there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate, not in the nest, and I'm very glad to have you along with me because we're actually on a little trip together. So I hope you've got a cuppa or something that will help you relax as you stitch along and follow our country trip. So this is day 2, and I want to thank you so much for the positive comments that I've received about part 1. Such a beautiful community, and I'm glad that you are enjoying my little purchases. So day 2, we are in Orange. Stayed here last night with lovely town, and set off this morning with my basket, and it was a very interesting day. So what my husband had worked out a little itinerary for me of op shops, and I also wanted to go to a larger vintage antique mall called Dirty Jane's. We have one of those in my hometown, and a new one had recently started out here. So I'm going to show you what I got today. So the first thing is, what did Kate get at an op shop? Absolutely nothing. First time ever that I went to Vinnie's. Salvo's is closed indefinitely. If you were planning to come here, fully stocked but doors closed. The Red Cross shop, one called Buena Vista or something like that, and one other. There were no embroideries, no tapestries, no needle point, no embroideries at all. So I thought, I just felt a little sad, not for me, but for the makers around here, that if they're inspired to be doing this sort of slow stitch, they haven't got as easy access to the embroideries that we do. So here is the story that Kate still shopped, but she shopped in a different shop. That should rhyme. So I'm going to take you through those and update you on the stitching that I've done overnight. I've had time because I didn't have to go to, as well, I did go to the shops, but I didn't buy anything, so I have had more time to stitch today. So let's get started. Where are we going to start? I'll put that aside for a moment. The first thing I'm going to show you is going to be, oh gosh, I've twisted my cotton around the camera. That's so classic, isn't it? How are you all going? Has it been a happy day? Wherever you are, I just hope you're doing well, because I feel so blessed. Say it all the time, but it's true. And how good is it to be able to, just spend time away, drive away from home, and to visit new places. Okay, I wanted to show you this yesterday and I didn't. This is my little accompanying journal that I've made for this trip out of paper. Quick look through. This is some, you'll hear about this in a minute. This is some trim that I bought today. Look at this, so glorious. And I've just wrapped it for the moment. But these little paper journals, very quick to make. I found this in my in my packing bag. This is my friend Lucinda's pantry. We bought some marmalade from her, and it was just in my bag. And as I said, I've just popped it in there. Lucinda, sending you love and thoughts. And here are the pages put together. I can't remember whether I showed you this or not. And the way I use these journals is, here's also some fabric that I bought today. It came from this particular store. I will staple that under there and make some notes, maybe a list of what I got. Here's a little pocket, and I will put something small in there that I also got today. And of course I have to go back and do yesterday's, but I meant to show you that from the beginning. But that's the little accompanying. So I have the work as well as the journal. Okay, so the treasure of the day was, I was leaving. So Dirty Jane's consists, I don't know how many little mini stalls they have, but this one, I was just walking out and I hadn't seen any embroidery. So cut to the chase, I went there twice. I went there after my Vinnies, bought a few things, including this, came home and thought about it more, and then went back. Okay, so this is the treasure. This is the most fabulous tablecloth. I'm actually in awe of the stitching, and it's going to stay complete. It has to remain a treasure. Look at this work. I only saw half a rose and I just put it in my bag. Look at it. Just glorious. I hope that's not the same one I just showed you. And it doesn't matter if it is. It is, and I had to pay a big price, but I couldn't leave that there. So it could be a whole piece that becomes my next garden flower to flower quilt, or it could even be the backing. You know, well, no, it's too good to be the backing of flower to flower, but you know what I mean. It's a treasure. So let's put that down so that we can work and admire the stitching of the person who did this. Okay, so there we are, a few roses to make you smile. I'm not very good at this. This is a round kitchen table. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh because it's round, but I can't work a round table. So I've got my camera over here, and it's not easy. Okay, back to the little basket. Thank you everyone who enjoyed seeing this basket. It has made me very happy, and it is a little fuller of treasures. Okay, I'm going to take that to get your interest, and I'm going to unpack it and tell you some stories. And then we're going to do a bit of stitching and go from there. So I bought the most unlikely things in my first visit because there were no embroidery, not other than that rose, there was not one piece of embroidery in the shop. So look, you don't need to know what order I did it, but the good news is, in the end, on my second visit, I went into a different section. I was absolutely determined to look at every single part and every shop in every crate, and I found some little embroideries. So this one is beautiful, $3. So even for a vintage antique place, that price is okay, I think, for some beautiful work. So let's go through those, and then I'll come back to these others. So not many purchases at all in terms of my usual, what I was looking for, but this also was a star of the show. This is a whole tablecloth and 6 napkins, and each of the napkins has a different flower on them. Aren't they beautiful? Hope they make you smile. It's got stains all over it. It's been washed and starched, but yeah, lots of stains, which means it's been absolutely loved and used. And these are beautiful because there's something in every corner. And then the main, look at that. You get 4 times that pattern. So I absolutely loved that. I was very, very happy even before I found, so I got that, and this one. These were the only embroideries. Okay, this harvested them, but they will go in places of honor. Yeah, that's right. Places of honor on my, this one may not go on, I'm in the garden, but it'll go somewhere. All right, so leave that there to smile. All right, here we go. I'm going to take you through the main pieces of fabric. This is a skirt that I've already started to use, and it has a scalloped hem, which will make a lovely edging. I'm thinking on my vessel or nest, depending what it is, and just lovely and floral and pink and peachy. It's got a zipper that I can harvest. So that's, last night I quickly realized that I just did not have enough fabric to be on my nest. I'll get to that. So with that in mind, most of my purchases, in fact, all the rest of them came from the one store, and it had a Indian Moroccan traveler vibe to it. So a collection of all sorts of things. So I picked this up. I think it's 1 meter and it's in my favorite colors, and I've already again harvested some of that. But the thing that absolutely I fell in love with, and I've checked with my friend in the US, these are pieces of sari, and this is all embroidered, and there's the purple in. Now these are not usually my colors, but I just could not get over the beauty of that. So it's my first piece like that, although I do realize that I bought some saris to decorate one of my houses years and years ago. So I think I've always loved textiles. It's all just coming back to me. So that one, and then this one was Kate's colors. So I'm not going blingy, but I just am collecting some other things because I just think that's beautiful. Look at the pops. So, you know, there'd be a time where I'd even use that like that rather than there. So quite a good length of that. And this one you'd seen before. This is, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like a needle point. The stitch that you want, I don't know whether you can see that. And then it's been hand, I don't know, I'm lost for words. And then there are little sequins on it. I mean, it's so tiny, the work. So I am thinking it's been hand done, because how can a machine do that? Because there are gaps on the satin. Who knows, one of you may know more, but I think that's beautiful, will go with my work very well. And because I went back the second time, so this is my only shopping, I've then thought, just have a look through, because I've never seen these in shops and I've never been able to put my hands on them. Rather than buying online, I thought, if you love it, just grab it and put it on something on your piece, your memory piece, in your journal, and just treasure that for the right time. So beautiful, just beautiful work. Yeah, I don't think, you know, anyway, doesn't matter what I think, does it? Now the light's gone out again. I will try and put a light back on. Oh, there we go, some light. All right, so they're the fabrics and the embroideries. This little cute hand woven little basket was there. I thought I'd share that with you because that's going to keep some of my little treasures in it. I got some buttons that are mother of pearl, and I thought on one of my pouches or clutches or big bags or in my journals. These are very, very reasonable. This was sold as a keyring. It's missing a bead, but it's colours, and again I thought that could dangle off something. And then I'm hoping that this feels a bit like Christmas for you. So here's some little tiny things that are going to live in here. So let's go lucky dip. Some buttons, and I felt this is what went through my head. I thought these match my blouse, so they're sort of meant to be. So also do the crinkle. I haven't used buttons at all in my stitching as yet, but I think they're reversible as well. Aren't they pretty? So not vintage, I don't think, but needed them in my collection, or just to look at. So not used to buying new things. I've got one more to make me smile in a minute. These ones, they're all different, but again, like, sorry, I thought they could sit anywhere for a pop. Yep, hope you like those. They can stay in there. And then a little bit, now I could be making these myself, but they had little containers of tiny flowers already done. So I'm going to, because I'm out here, I'm going to use them on my memory piece and then these large ones. And I can also work out the pattern as well. So it's double benefit. Okay, the cute factor. These tiny, tiny little pieces that I've opened already. They're butterflies. So, Journal of Stitchery, here we come. Just made me smile. So, there's a couple. Sorry about the light, I'm not going to play that game anymore. We'll just keep on as we are going. Much too technical for me. And I thought that was the last, but there's one more thing to make me smile. The Betty quilt. I did some work on it last night, and I won't show you that now because I'm raving on. But my mum, hang on, I'm gonna open it off screen so you can just hear the anticipation. That was the crinkle. My mum and I used to make toys, and our favourite were stuffed toys, and they were rabbits. And so in that shop they had these, I think they're laser cut, I'm not sure, but they had those little four, and I thought I'm going to put a Betty and a Kate and my sister and my other sister, okay, the four of us, 4 girls on Betty's quilt. Okay, going in there for now. Look, is that not treasure? Do you do these sort of things? I just love that. Okay, let's get stitching. Thank you for your patience with me. All right. That's fallen out. Okay, let's leave that there. Okay. As I said, I've been blessed because I've had some time to play with this. I left part 1 and I just had this down and I didn't think it had enough pop. So I've been working today last night to get some more pop in it, and I've got some more fabrics that I don't really need to take you through all of it, but basically I've used some of the fabrics I've bought today. To lighten it up. So here's one of these little butterflies pinned in there. I've got hot pink thread in, and I want to, that's yesterday's gingham tablecloth, just the edge, none of the cross stitch has been touched, but the rickrack, and I want to do some stitching to start us off this afternoon to join some of these colors over. So it's very odd at the moment. So again, I know some of you will be going, what on earth is she up to? But that's the randomness of my vessel nest pouch, whatever's going to come out of here. So, gosh, that was a lot of talking. Sorry about that. You watch, I'll stop now and you won't hear very much at all. So I did bring this wool with me. I better just check. Can you see my hands? Yeah. If I was packing again, I think I underpacked wool because I bought that cotton, but I've realized that there are some signature things for me that I need, and I'm feeling much happier. Sorry, hitting the round table leg. Now that this piece, which is beautiful, and many of you have liked that, it's just that how do you blend it all together? So this is Kate's way. You will have your way, but I thought I need to get poppy colours out. So really, this is our last night here, and we only have one more night on our trip, and then I'll be back home. So probably the bulk of the shopping has been done. Probably famous last words. I'm just so satisfied now. I feel that I have treasures to take home, things that will inform my work for a long time to come, and they will pop up in the funniest places. And I would like to learn how to use buttons on this one. So, not learn how to use them, but I admire people who have buttons on their stitching, and that's why I've got those little ones in there. Okay, I'm going to do one more row across here. I think I might take this ring off because it's getting caught too much. In between these yellow, which is just the thread that I bought from the op shop. Go in here. And I do like this sort of slight gathering effect. If that's not you, obviously just lay it straight, but for me, I actually pull it to gather it a bit, because I feel it gives it that 3D texture. Okay, so here's a little bit of fun. I pinned this little butterfly over the top of this flower, mainly because the green and the red, I don't want to say look a little bit dull, but I suppose that's what my brain was thinking. So it won't hurt to have a little butterfly beside this doily flower and these big ones. So I was just thinking let's just have a happy butterfly. I probably should change my cotton, but you know me. What am I going to do? Go in here under the wings, and we'll just do a stitch there, because again I would like the wings to flap a bit. Sorry everyone if this is all shaky. Oh, I can't even see that stitch now. Pulled it too tight. I'm going to take a lot of these fringes off, but it's like, what do they say, like grow your hair long and then you can shape it. So for the moment, there's a lot of them still there. Yeah, okay, so that stitching's not going to show, so we won't spend too much time on that. Little butterfly, happy, and then let's stitch our way with some seed stitch. Over here. I want to do a special shout out to Kate from the US, who's told me she's similarly excited. She's heading off on a trip with her husband to Italy. How wonderful is that? And she's going to look for some treasures. So fly safe, Kate. And we wish you well with your shop. So around here like this, and then I want to make a flower, I think, in the middle. Or will we do French knots? Depends. Last time I did French knots in the middle of the crochet, they disappeared and you couldn't see them. Oh, I'm very happy how the pink is coming over and giving life to these beautiful roses. Let's come up. Oh, I've done that silly thing. See, I got too carried away. It's the only thing I can't live with. Hooking the entire side. So we'll go under and come up in the middle. I feel like I haven't done a flower for days. So how is your making going? Are you having fun? I hope so. So it's not really a flower yet. It probably won't ever be a flower, but it's embellishing. So that it's just an idea for you. Like I take that basic shape and then tone it in, if you like. All right, where are we going to go now? Let's go under here. A bit more seed stitch. On these beige areas. I'm just thinking that we must be up to the girls' video soon as well. Rachel and Sarah. It's always exciting to look forward to during the week. I'll just finish that thread. Oops. It's very, I think I mentioned it yesterday, like the more you stitch these embroideries, you realize the difference that the backing, what you embroider on can make. That's why I think I've learned about linen, like it's just an absolute dream. Okay, so you saw me put the Bluebird of Happiness on yesterday. In fact, I'll do that with you. I have decided I don't like that bit over the top because I trimmed the fringe. And what I want to do is just give that a rip. And rip again. for me, that's a lot more interesting. We've got some fray happening. We haven't destroyed a single stitch. Still got our little crochet ends, but much more in keeping with the style. Apologies again, there's some neighbours next door having good fun in the backyard. All right, so what have we done there? Wanted to just share, so you've got an idea. Lost the pin cushion, of course. I haven't tried out any of these. They might be a final embellishing. Let's see how I thought these colours could just add. Oh, that's pretty. Pretty. This doily had a lot of, I wanted to keep the purple, but if you see this is the back, well, the less busy side of it, and there's too much white there for me, so I'm going to interplay some things. I could even cut out some flowers, and on the back I'm gradually working along. So that's that skirt that I just found today. Have I got anything else interesting? No, not much. So there we are. I don't think that's bad for just setting out yesterday. Wish I could find my pin cushion. So that is part 2 of country tour. I hope that you'll keep watching and hearing the adventure. And oh, look at this. See, I'm just designing in my eyes. This will be a new work. I don't think it'll go on here, but that's what happens. We just get happy when we're doing these things. See, that's just me finishing off because I just want to get that feeling, and this is from me to you. May you have butterflies in your garden and love in your hearts. Until I see you next time, this is Katie in the Nest. Bye.